Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. And this one caught by Max Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Murray. And this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Intercepted.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah. 9-9 route, 9 meaning go. Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Here's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This is Carson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 5.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Hassan Reddick able to get him for a loss of about 3. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Operating from the gun. Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point.
And I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
44-yard line.
From the 44, Murray, he'll air this one out for... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals, oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
First down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 26.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
That's a gain of
play action. Now it's Murray.
And 7.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over first and
from the 34 now. Here's first and 10. They'll run on first down. Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. Evades him at the 20, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 22, Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. To throw again, Murray, flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing again on second down. Murray, open man is Kirk, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Cardinals 14. Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught at the 25. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson looking for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's 2nd down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
touchdown.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The score is
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves,
this is caught inside the 15, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
how did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put score.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
For first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin.
I like the way you turned that.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jordan Phillips in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Chris Carson.
A very solid gain of 27. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Now he lets it go deep. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Once again, the Cardinals will line up and go for the two-point conversion. To throw is Murray. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
27.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona.
The Cardinals will line up.
So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Carson, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made at
a gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
14. From the 36, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Carson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do,
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
From the gun, Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete.
Wilson's pass.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Ursua. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cardinals' 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Dancing to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Murray going deep for Hopkins. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Line up for the two-point conversion.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Wilson.
32-yard line.
Buying time to his left. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
3 yards.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And he'll just protect the football and go down and take the sack. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. They'll run for him with Hyde. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown.
David Moore. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Conversion.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
41. Cardinals 38. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Murray now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. To Barkley on the check down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Murray eluding the pressure right. He dumps it off to Barkley. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Murray sets to throw on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
First down, a run with Hyde. Powerful running, and he's got room. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
First down, Seahawks.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 58, boy, 58, 58. Come on. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Blitz. Watch the blitz.
They run again with Hyde on first. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Taken down by
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now a run with Hyde. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
17-yard line.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And Hyde will not get there as they force him to the ground shy of the marker. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Today's final score, Seahawks 40.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss drops them back